Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 9th session of the 52nd Annual Convocation Ceremony of St. Clair College of Applied Arts and Technology. I am Dr. Andrea Pepper, Professor, School of Nursing, Chatham, and it is my pleasure to act as Master of Ceremonies for today's program. St. Clair College would like to recognize and acknowledge that it sits on the Three Fire Confederacy's traditional territory of the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. We would also like to acknowledge the many other tribes and indigenous nations that call this beautiful area home. Would you please rise, if able, to join in the singing of O Canada, performed by Music Theatre Performance faculty Daniela Marantet.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Maggie Kabrowski, TSI President, will now lead us in a moment of reflection.
As St. Clair College family and community, we mourn the tragic loss of 3 St. Clair College students due to a recent car accident. Our deepest sympathies go out to the victims, their families, friends, and staff who have been affected by the loss. At this time, I ask you to please stand for a moment of silent reflection and respect. Thank you.
I would like to acknowledge and thank today's piper, Walt Tomaszowski, interpreters Kelly Ann LaFleur and Jody Petrilli. Before we begin the formal part of the ceremony, I would like to make a few announcements. Please set your cell phones to silent during the ceremony. Guests are asked to remain in their seats during the graduation. We also ask that graduates stay in their seats during the ceremony until all is complete. I will now introduce the members of the Board of Governors who are with us today, and I ask that they remain standing, if able, until after the members of the college administration are also introduced. Teresa Bendo, Robert Renault. And this year's guest speaker, Justin Lammers, alumnus of distinction. I would also like to introduce the members of the college administration. President Patty France, John Fairley, Vice President, College Communication, Community Relations, and Executive Director, Foundation. Wasim Habash, Vice President, Academic. Mark Jones, Vice President, Finance and Chief Financial Officer. Ron Sigan, Vice President, International Relations, Campus Development and Student Services. Joe Siriani, Vice President, Human Resources, Safety, Security, and Facilities Management. Michael Silvaggi, Associate Vice President, Student Services and Registrar. Karen Gill-Gore, Associate Vice President, Employment and Training Services. Mark Benoit, Chair, School of Academic Studies, Chatham. Linda Watson, Chair, School of Nursing, Chatham. John Wu, Chief Executive Officer and Principal, ACE Acumen Academy, Toronto. I would now like to call upon St. Clair College President Patty France to provide opening remarks.
Thank you, Andrea. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and support staff of St. Clair College, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this celebration of academic achievement as we gather to honor our fall 2019 graduates. A few months ago, I became a first-time grandmother when my son had a son of his own. And looking at the face of that precious little baby reignited in me the feeling that I had as a young mother. It is the common and innately human wish that one's children, one's grandchildren, and all members of the generations following our own have happy, fulfilling, and adventure-filled lives. On one level, part of that goal has been achieved as of today. In terms of employment potential, today's graduates are highly qualified for professional success. The knowledge and skills you have acquired at the college will allow you to secure rewarding jobs. In fact, I know that many of you probably had to book time off from your job just to attend this convocation because you've already been hired before you officially receive your diplomas and certificates. Your St. Clair College experience will also be invaluable to you as you turn that job into a long-term career because we've instilled in you an appreciation of lifelong learning. As knowledge and technology advances, you have the study and research skills to keep up to date in your field by self-education, by taking advantage of professional development, and by returning to institutional schooling for additional credentials. But that is only a tiny element of what is involved in this generation-to-generation wish. We're hoping that you will be truly happy in your lives. And because we all know that money cannot buy happiness, we hope we gave you some idea of the true source material of a fulfilled life. Well, at the college, some of you and your classmates may have jumped into an icy pool every February to raise tens of thousands of dollars for Special Olympics. Some of you sold, others of you bought the special newspapers that raise funds for Goodfellows Christmas food baskets for the disadvantaged within our community. Many of you, as part of your work placements or volunteer activities, provided care to the elderly and special needs children. A number of you landscaped parks and playgrounds to beautify neighborhoods. You may have supported Pride Week festivities on campus and participated in awareness events to destigmatize mental health conditions. And countless others of you volunteered as tutors, study mates, and mentors to your classmates. And how did you feel at the end of those activities? I expect that you felt content, fulfilled, and yes, happy. So please remember this. Financial security comes from what you receive, but true and comprehensive happiness comes from what you give. As you begin your new professional careers, most of you will likely be working intensely, but please find time for yourself and for others. Connect with a charity, coach a kids' sports team, come back here and jump into our polar plunge pool again. Find something in your neighborhood or your community that you can help to improve. It will be that sort of involvement that will truly help keep you grounded and happy. I've been talking about giving people who create happiness through their support and generosity. We don't have to look very far to find some of those with us today. Graduates, throughout your time at the college, your parents, spouses, family members, and friends have been encouraging and helping you. Can I please ask you to stand? Graduates, please look around, try to make eye contact with your loved ones, and let's give them a standing ovation that they so richly deserve. Thank you. You can be seated. I would also like to mention that the college has given rise to a family of over 100,000 graduates over our 52-year history. All of those people, and soon you, are served by our Alumni Association. That organization also annually honors a half dozen highly achieving grads with our Alumni of Distinction Awards. And those distinguished recipients serve as our guest speakers during our convocations. At this session, you will be inspired by a message from Justin Lammers. As I conclude, I wish to emphasize that both I and everyone at St. Clair College share the same hopes, dreams, and wishes for you, one generation to the next, one human being to another. We wish you professional success, of course, but more so, we hope that every facet of your life will be filled with happiness and fulfillment. Thank you.
Thank you, President France. Teresa Bendo from the Board of Governors will now deliver greetings from the board.
It's a beautiful day. I'm so pleased to be here. President France, fellow board member, members of administration, faculty, support staff, esteemed guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially to the 2019 graduates. I am honored to bring greetings on behalf of the St. Clair College Board of Governors. Allow me to extend a very warm welcome to all of you who have come here today to share in this wonderful celebration of academic achievement. The community commitment to ensuring the success of this college is very evident in those who serve as board members. Let me assure you that each and every board member wants you to succeed, to feel good about your learning experience here at the college, and to act as an ambassador for St. Clair College as you embark upon your chosen career paths, making a contribution either to this community or beyond this region. We congratulate those special parents, families, and friends for supporting these graduates through their many months of studying for tests and exams, preparing numerous projects, and in some cases, preparing for clinical or work experiences. Our thanks and appreciation are also extended to those members of the individual program faculties who have mentored, advised, and presented course materials in such a way as to inspire these graduates here today as they celebrate the culmination of their hard work and dedication to their studies. The Board of Governors also thanks those members of support staff and administration who work behind the scenes to make this beautiful day possible. On behalf of the St. Clair Board of Governors, I congratulate you, the 2019 graduates. Be proud of your success and congratulations on a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. I would now like to reintroduce John Fairley, Vice President, College Communications and Community Relations and Executive Director, St. Clair College Foundation, who will introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you very much. Justin Lammers graduated from the paramedic program at St. Clair College and was hired right away by the Windsor-Essex EMS. He steadily advanced through the ranks and now serves as Deputy Chief of the Windsor-Essex EMS. Justin has worked on numerous committees related to emergency management, mental health for first responders, public health, and citizen care. He is liaison for EMS on special events, policy and procedure, and strategic planning. Justin also was a part of developing the Vulnerable Patient Navigators Plan, VPN. The VPN program identifies citizens that need assistance on a regular basis, but not necessarily require urgent response. He has also worked in developing the real-time data exchange between the Ministry of Health Dispatch Center and the Essex-Windsor EMS paramedics to identify the exact location of defibrillator units all across Essex-Windsor. The location of the defibrillator units are now mapped and information is loaded to communication centers. So when the public is in need of a unit, they are guided to a precise location and instructed on its use. Justin, with the local team, worked on the electronic patient control record project. This technical project extracts data from the computer-aided dispatch sites and transfers data directly to and from the frontline ambulances. He's an amazing graduate of the college. Justin and his wife, Lindsay, are involved in community service throughout Windsor, Essex. Ladies and gentlemen, our Alumni Distinction 2019 Deputy Chief Justin Lammers.
Thank you, John. I'd like to start by saying thank you to St. Clair College for inviting me here today. President Patty France, the Board of Governors, the Alumni Association, all of the college staff that work here each and every day to make this vision come true, and to all of you graduating here today. I'm incredibly humbled to be up here right now delivering a convocation speech to all of you. Not so long ago, I was in your seat. It was 2005, and I was enjoying the fruits of my efforts, just as all of you are now. I was excited to be done school, and I was even more excited to start the next chapter of my life. You see, St. Clair College was a massive turning point for me, and I'll explain. I was the second and final child born into a family of 4, raised in a mobile home in a campground just outside of Dutton, Ontario. I spent the first 5 years of my life there, and when I reflect on the very few memories I do have from that age, they're all great memories. My parents didn't have much in the way of material possessions, but we were definitely rich in love. Never forget that. We eventually moved to London, Ontario, and I began elementary school in West London. All of my memories from that point in my life are good. We lived in a side split on a quiet street in a middle-class neighborhood. We had lots of friends and the days were easy. I don't recall too many worries during those years, which I'm forever grateful for. It was early spring in '93 when my parents sat us down to tell us we'd be moving to Windsor, Ontario to open a franchise. My question to my parents was, where was Windsor? I'd never heard of it before, and I struggled to comprehend the thought of leaving everyone behind, especially all the friends we had made. The decision was a non-negotiable, and by July we had sold our house and began our transition to Windsor. I started school in Tecumseh going into grade 7, which proved to be an incredibly hard couple of years. Unfortunately, when I arrived at our new school, I was accepted by nobody. I was immediately outcast by the majority of students, and the small few that would talk to me were still leery, as if by associating with me, they too would be outcast. I spent the next 2 years of my life hanging out alone. These were some very hard years, but in hindsight, it forced me to become best friends with myself. They often say going through hardship together with someone creates the strongest bond. I believe this to be true, even if the experience involves just you. As much as I doubted the possibility at the time, I made it through elementary school, not without a few lasting scars. And I knew the scars were there, but I clearly remember telling myself that these difficult times would help me be a better human, at which I'm still impressed that at 13 years old, I was able to see that far ahead. That experience trained me to see the importance of treating everyone as you'd like to be treated, something I'd never paid much attention to before. They say the eyes only see what the brain knows, and I can confidently say that's accurate. This is the very thing that makes the difference between being smart and being wise. Upon entering high school, the tides changed, likely due to the fact most of the grade school split between 2 high schools, and the toxicity was diluted by population. I quickly became friends with lots of people, and many of those who shared similar interests in skateboarding. That was definitely my favorite pastime for that stage of my life. But being alone those 2 years had changed me. I would now see every single person on this planet who, for the lack of a better term, had been rejected, isolated, or ostracized by majority groups of people. I would often walk into the cafeteria at lunch and look to see who was sitting alone, and then I'd go sit with them. I didn't care if others associated me with them because deep down inside I was them, and we are all them. I also knew the incredible power of sitting next to someone who might be down on their last bit of patience or their last bit of hope. And that power far outweighs any repercussions that may come with that decision. High school drew to a close, and as I left that final year, so did the majority of my friends. And this wasn't due to bad relationships. It was due to a natural course of life. People get older, they grow up, and they move on. Unfortunately, this was the exact same time that my parents lost the very business that we'd moved to Windsor for. And this was a difficult time for them. And as I watched their hard work incinerate right before their eyes by circumstances completely out of their control, it was clear that all of their time would be occupied with every attempt to maintain normalcy for the family structure. A valiant fight to watch from the outside, but incredibly humbling experience first person. The following years after high school were similar to a sailboat with no course. I floated day to day, changing by the direction of the winds. And let me tell you, the stronger the winds are, the stronger your course will shift. Without a map and a good heading, you're going to be lost. I poked around at a few post-secondary options and even signed up for business at St. Clair College. After all, this was a logical step as my parents had always owned their own businesses. But I dropped out before the first semester had finished. I didn't know what I wanted to do, I didn't know where I wanted to go, and I definitely didn't have a plan. And everything you do, you must always have a plan. Early one winter morning, everything changed. I was driving home from a night out with friends when I witnessed a car drive off the road into a ditch. It came through the ice and came to rest in 3 feet of water. I pulled my car over, called 911, and ran down the embankment to where the water started. I saw a man slumped over the steering wheel unconscious. I called 911. I gave my location to the ambulance communications officer. I put the phone down and ran through the water to the car. I opened the driver's side door and pulled the driver out, causing us both to go backwards and completely submerge into icy water. I eventually dragged him up the embankment as far as I could, and as I was following the instructions of the ambulance communications officer, he opened his eyes and asked me what I was doing. Unfortunately, this man was heavily intoxicated. I remember being so mad that I'd worried so much about his well-being, all the while, unbeknownst to me, it was self-inflicted. But upon deeper thought, the lesson that was learned early that morning was the fact that I was willing to stop what I was doing to help someone else. This is something I encourage all of you to do, especially our nursing students. While the paramedics were tending to the patient, I stood back and I couldn't believe that this was actually a job. I couldn't believe that you could get paid to come to people in need. The satisfaction from helping people, coupled with an honest wage, to me, this was the ultimate job. This was a chance to be a part of something bigger. I signed up for pre-health sciences at St. Clair College, and I used their tutoring services to ensure I was going to be accepted into the paramedic program. I was accepted the following year, and from that point on, it was an all-or-none principle. I was going to succeed, and there was no other option. I encourage all of you to continuously seek out and utilize every resource that is available to you at each stage of your life. These resources are here for a very good reason. During my studies, St. Clair College stood behind me. They offered the resources I needed to get the job done, and the instructors took their time to educate and facilitate my learning. Although I didn't realize it at the time, looking back, it's all clear. This was a system that would give you everything you needed to succeed, and all you had to do was live up to your end of the bargain, and that's to show up and work hard. This is no different than the working world you're about to enter. If you want to find job satisfaction and be a part of something bigger, you must show up each and every day and work hard. Nobody's going to hand you something that wasn't earned. This was a key point when life took a different course for me. I now had the confidence to tell myself I could do better and I could achieve goals I set my mind to. And I can honestly say I had found my passion. And finally, I had a plan. There's a lot of truth when St. Clair College says, start here, go anywhere. Within the first year working as a paramedic, I looked at the management structure, and I said to myself, I want to be a part of that. Whether I realized it or not, once again, I started making small goals for myself to get into that team. I put myself into positions where I could learn, challenge my comfort levels, and grow. I promise all of you here today, if you're nervous about doing something or scared to jump in with 2 feet, it's only because you lack experience in that area. And the beauty of lacking experience is that experience is free. All you have to do is show initiative, raise your hand, and step up in times where most will remain quiet. Don't be afraid, you'll survive, and I promise you, you're going to come out 10 times stronger. The funny thing about challenging yourself is not many will do it. They will get in their comfort zone and they will stay there for the remainder of their lives. By this very principle, the more you challenge yourself, the less competition you're going to have. And when you start your careers, you're going to be nervous. You might ask yourself, what am I doing here? You might be afraid that someone will find out you can't do it and you shouldn't be in the spot you're in. Trust me, I know I've argued that with myself many times over, and these are self-born allegations. Never forget that. They're coming from within. And if you're lucky enough, some people will even ask questions for you. They'll cast doubt on your capabilities and disregard you as a worthy contender. It's critically important that in those difficult moments when your character is being tested, you block out that static. I define static as all the things that are said and done in the course of a day that offer no value and have no purpose other than to bring you down or cast negative energy into your world. Static will suck up so much of your time if you choose to listen to it. In difficult times, you must block out that static and pull on every single lived experience you have to date. You must then draw a parallel to the way you felt then and how you feel now and realize that this is just another point in your life where you will stretch, grow, and learn if you choose to. Enjoy the rare feeling of a warm smile or helping hand in those difficult times. And don't ever forget how those kind gestures make you feel. Because just as sure as you're all going to be a new employee faced with many difficult moments, you'll soon be an experienced employee. And someone just like you today is going to look up to you for a warm smile or a helping hand in that moment. And if the opportunity ever presents itself, sit next to them when you see them sitting alone in the cafeteria. Enjoy today. This is your day. You earned it. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Justin. I would now like to reintroduce Wasim Habash, Vice President, Academic.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Faculty Academic Award is designed to recognize a graduating student in each program, full or part-time, who has demonstrated academic excellence. The Student Leadership Award recognizes the graduating student in each program, again, full or part-time, who best combines academic achievement and leadership. Would the recipients of the Faculty Academic Award and the Student Leadership Award please stand so you may be recognized for your achievement? Thank you. Graduates, congratulations on receiving your diplomas or certificates today. Convocation is a formal recognition of your achievements. You have worked very hard, so celebrate this accomplishment. It is most deserving. There is, however, one other group here today that also deserve to be recognized. These are the remarkable, dedicated faculty here at St. Clair College who have contributed to your success. May I please ask the faculty sitting in the front row and on stage to please stand? Can you please join me in a standing ovation to recognize your faculty? Thank you, graduates.
We have come to the formal part of our ceremony where the diplomas, certificates, and degrees will be awarded and become official documents of the college. Would the graduates please stand if able? I would like to call upon President France and Associate Vice President, Student Services and Registrar, Michael Silvaggi, to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Madam President, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for diplomas, certificates, or degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by several divisions of St. Clair College. They've been recommended by their faculty to be awarded diplomas in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of St. Clair College, I do hereby confer on you your respective diplomas, certificates, and degrees with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam President, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their diplomas, certificates, and degrees in absentia.
I so do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would now like to call upon Mark Benoit, Chair, School of Academic Studies, Chatham.
Thank you, Andrea, and good afternoon. Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates for diplomas, certificates, and degrees from the School of Academic Studies, Chatham. Faculty will come to the podium, introduce themselves, and present the graduates.
I'm Greg Bell. I have the honor to present the graduates in the Border Services Program. Joseph Boyo. Cade Brown. Sherry Elliott. Andrew Fawcett. Madeline Gooding. Madison June. Maddie Rive. Jessica Rush. Cassidy Taylor. Jacob Topliff. This concludes the graduates in the Border Services Program.
Hello, my name is Tarek Sleeman. I have the honor to present the graduates in the business program. Kavneet Gulati. Prabjot Singh. Ria Patak. Sukhbir Kaur. That will conclude.
Good afternoon. My name is Joy Kemble. I'm the coordinator of the Child and Youth Care Accelerated Program. It is my great honor to announce the recipients of the CYC Child and Youth Care Diploma. Ashley Jalilam, and Ashley was a recipient of the CYC Passion Award. Jill Burns. Colby Calvert. Oops. Brittany Giampa. Jessica Glazewski. Brianne Grant. High five. Megan Hillier. Mackenzie Hills. Ashley Lennon. Harneet Nagra. I think her family's here today. Ashley Serene. Mr. Jordan Robertson. Nicole Safta. Nicole's family's here as well. Sarah St. Pierre, and Sarah is the recipient of our Student Leadership Award. Alexis Stevenson. Emily Toll, and Emily is the recipient of our Faculty Academic Award. Hunter Zoldi. Congratulations to our new child and youth care workers. I also have the very great privilege and honor to present the developmental services worker graduates. Deanna Darbison. Chloe McAllister. And Katie Welch. Congratulations to our new DSWs. I now have the honor to present the graduates of the Early Childhood Education Program. Nikki Saunders. And that concludes our graduates in the Early Childhood Education Program. Thank you.
I'm Tammy Child, and I have the honor to award the graduates from the esthetician program. Madison Ballix. Sierra Barton. Sierra Burbank. Laura Lynn Deline. Mackenzie Dockstader. Selena Fox. Cassandra Hamblin. Rachel Kuchme. Stephanie Laforette. And Surjit Malik. That concludes the graduates from the esthetician program.
Hello, I'm Tammy Gale, and I have the honor of presenting the graduates for the Office Administration Executive Program. Deanna Abruzze. Kayla Adrian. Brandon Aiken. Tiffany Belanger. Penny Cormier. Michelle Cutting. Lola Demars. Courtney Hurst. Allison Johnston. Megan Raymond. Mindy Thielson. Ashley Valahora. I also have the honor of presenting the graduates for the Office Administration Health Services Program. Kristen Allen. Jessica Barnier. Carlos Beaupre. Julie Hominski. Maggie Kobrasi. Tanya Parent Vicari. Emily Summer.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Braun. I'm the coordinator for the Police Foundations and the PSI program. My students know me better as Sarge. I have the honor to present the graduates of the Police Foundations program. Austin Bentley. Devin Birkby. Boris Clark. Colton Coates. Courtney Corbier. Jonathan Dewin. Daniel Gorzalak. Randa Hallaby. Austin Kerr. Nicholas Ludwig. Cassidy Milliard. Nicholas Orshinsky. Eric Penny. Carter Wood. Chelsea Rago. Hannah St. Pierre. Rochelle Visser. And that concludes the graduates of the Police Foundations program. I now have the honor to present the graduates of the Protection, Security, and Investigation, or PSI program. Kate Breeden. Skylar DeRozier. Miranda Martin. Rebecca Mouche. And Alexander Smith. And this concludes the graduates of the PSI program. Congratulations.
I would now like to call upon Linda Watson, Chair, School of Nursing, Chatham.
Good afternoon, everyone. Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it is my pleasure to present you the graduates for diploma, certificates, and degrees from the School of Nursing.
I'm Nancy Davis, and I have the honor to present the graduates of the Personal Support Worker Program. Jocelyn Blackbird. Rebecca Blackbird. Melissa Day, and Melissa was the recipient of our Student Leadership Award. Jessica DeVoe. Naomi Dodge. Cheyenne Ermatinger. Shirley Oliver, and Shirley was the recipient of the Faculty Academic Award. Felicia Peters, Laura Thomerson, Teresa Lewis. That concludes the graduates from the PSW program, Personal Support Worker.
I am Heather DeWagner, and I have the honor of presenting the graduates in the Practical Nursing program. Rochelle Babin. Denitsa Beshwalda. Taylor Bennett. Timothy Berenz. Megan Brooks. Lauren Cockburn. Keisha Daniels. Trisha DeJager. Jade Derrick. Sarah Dick. Holly Drewer. Melissa Farner. Crystal Fernandez. Elizabeth Gignac. Natalie Gordon. Shannon Hillman. Melina Hold-Ullman. Thank you. Melissa Jansons. Lisa Nelson. Haley Laviolette. Kelly Levesque Stevenson. Lexus Mashali. Megan Mercer. Jack Miles. Shoshana Murphy. Amanda Pereira. Shayna Perry. Brent Pinsino. Brittany Rylette. Kelly Scott. Sarah Skinner. Siji Surag. Rachel Tall. Mandy Williams. Alyssa Withington. And this concludes the graduates in the practical nursing program.
I would now like to call upon John Wu, Chief Executive Officer and Principal, ACE Acumen Academy.
Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduates for diplomas, certificates, and degrees from the ACE Acumen Academy, Toronto. Faculty will come to the podium and introduce themselves and present the graduates.
I am Danielle Druin. I have the honor to present the graduates in the business program. Xiao Chun. Xinghu Wang. Zi Wang. This concludes the graduate in the business program. I also have the honor to present the graduates in the Computer Systems Technician Networking Program. Amit. Harpreet Kaur Brar. Raghav Duet. Das Gaurav. Marjo Kar. Navdeep Kaur. Navneet Kaur. Parveen Kaur. Randeep Kaur. Sumandeep Kaur. Ridhi. Rohit Nalgla. Nitish Pal. Parth Sharma. And Muldeep Singh. Anup Singh. Gurjant Singh. Nawadeep Singh. Taranpreet Singh. Vikranjit Singh. Vandana Thapa. Livleen Kaur. Sakshi Dand. So this concludes the graduates in the Computer Technician Networking Program. I have the honor of presenting some more students from the business program. Kajal Verma. Armanjeet Kaur. Jagmeet Singh Sayan. Amandeep Singh Sidhu. Harinder Singh Sroy. Gersharan Kar. Rajan Ratra. Gutarj Singh Thind. Ankush. Rajveer. Jaskaran Kar. Dharmanjeet Kar. Prince Sindra. Gaurav Diman. Inderveer Singh. Smile. Amandeep Singh. Gershur Singh. Davinder Singh. Talwinder Singh Brar. Amandeep Singh Gurjeet Jasar. Palwinder Singh. I have 3 more students from computer networking. Perez here. Amanjot Man. Manpreet Singh Chun. This concludes the graduate in the computer networking and business programs. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the conferring of diplomas and certificates. At this time, I would like to reintroduce Ryan Peebles, Alumni Board of Directors.
Could the audience please rise if able for the closing reflection? Please join me in this closing reflection. Today we ask that all our graduates be filled with joy and peace. May they have success and happiness throughout the years. May they bring honor and wisdom to their own lives, their families, their communities, and to our country. May they be filled with the desire to learn new things throughout their lives, and we ask this according to our terms of our own individual faiths. Please be seated. Graduates, you now belong to an amazing group of more than 100,000 people, which we call our St. Clair College alumni. This relationship is a valuable one. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019, and welcome to the St. Clair College alumni family.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 9th session of the 52nd Annual Convocation of St. Clair College. We ask that the audience please remain seated until the graduates and faculty have left the main floor.